Welcome to Therapy Facts with Dr. Jenn. We are talking today about the therapy facts gleaned from the Kountry Wayne Shannon Sharp interview at Club Shay Shay. We are talking about point number 3, which is grow past your mistakes. So, plenty of people come to therapy because they have engaged in behavior for which they are ashamed, which they are embarrassed, and for which they are having a very hard time forgiving themselves and moving forward. So, Kountry Wayne talked about a number of behaviors that he engaged in that were not his best self. He talked about being a teenage father. He talked about being a drug dealer from different times. He talked about making his babies' moms or the mothers of his children, putting them in a position, probably inadvertently, where they felt like they had to compete among one another. And he shared those experiences with the audience freely because he has clearly forgiven himself. He's acknowledged, he's worked through, he's forgiven himself, and he has moved forward. He has moved forward in great fashion in all of those areas. And so the therapy point is being able to be accountable to oneself and to other people for the mistakes that you've made and the impact that it may have had on other people's lives. Being accountable, processing the effects on other people as well as yourself, asking for forgiveness from others, and forgiving oneself. Now, all of those steps that lead up to forgiving oneself all those steps are usually way easier than forgiving oneself for all kinds of reasons. But being able to forgive yourself is the key to being able to move forward. And the moving forward looks like becoming a better version of yourself every chance you get. And so if you are stuck at the mistake that you made, the behaviors that you are ashamed of or embarrassed about, if you're stuck there, you never have a chance to move on and benefit. Yes, benefit from the mistakes you've made. Very often we think that success is a result of one forward movement after the other, when in fact, success in any area typically involves mistakes upon mistakes upon mistakes, and then learning from those mistakes in order to improve your behavior, to improve your outcome. Nobody talks about the fact that we usually learn more from our mistakes. Let me say this again. We usually learn more from our mistakes than we do from our successes. And so mistakes are a part of the human journey. They are part of the process of reaching success. So while we are saying don't get stuck at beating yourself up about the mistakes that you have made or the behaviors that embarrass you or the behaviors that have failed you or someone else. Don't get stuck there. We are also saying be accountable to yourself and to others who were impacted by your mistakes. So, yes, it is possible to move on. It is preferable to move on. But that's after you have taken accountability and you have increased your awareness of your behavior, and then you are able to benefit. Not only are you able to benefit from your mistakes, but other people are able to benefit from your mistakes. And quite frankly, anyone who is looking at you as a role model, who can see you own up to a mistake, can see you own up to the consequences of the mistake, and can see you grow from the mistake, well, goodness, they have a whole lesson in life that they can get just from watching you. So we make mistakes as humans, but it's very possible It is very encouraged to grow past your mistakes.